We have barely got started as Gillingham manager, but today we play one of the biggest clubs in the world and the most successful team in English history. Today, in the FA Cup third round, Gillingham are up against Manchester United, and we are going to attempt to do the impossible. Yes, lads, welcome back to the channel. As I've just said, this is a huge episode, and I cannot wait to bring you all the action. We're at the Man United game now. It's only the 10th of January, so we'll get straight into that in a moment. Before I do that, I do have to show you one or two things. We've made 2 new signings, and we also had a game against Notts County. So let's get into this episode. I cannot wait. If you are enjoying the content, guys, please drop a like. Give me a subscribe as well. This is the start of a long road ahead, but you best believe we are going to get there. So let's get into the video. So as I said, since our last game against Swindon, which was off the back of a bit of bad form, we've only had 1 game since then, and it was against Notts County, where, as you can see, they scored a penalty in the 89th minute, and being realistic, we absolutely dominated the game. They did have some big chances. I mean, the penalty will help the XG, but ultimately, it's a game we should have won. And realistically, it's left us in not the best position. Even though we have a game in hand in League 2, it's not quite the case. And do you know what? The UI is still getting me at times. But as I say, even though we have a game in hand, it's now 4 points between us and second place. So we have fell off massively. Look at that form. Look at that form. Yes, it's not been all bad, but ultimately we need to sort this out. But before I do get into the Manchester United game, as I said, we've made 2 new signings. So let me show you them now. Up first, we've got Andy Lyons, who came in from Blackpool. A fee of 80,000, a little bit in installments, but I think this is a really good deal. Look at how well-rounded Andy Lyons is, and playing in that wing-back role going forward, where we do see our fullbacks very high up the pitch. Great success with Reece Johnson. Now I'm hoping Andy Lyons on the other side will have the same success. It does mean that we still got Hutton, but Sam Gale will now be going back into centre-back, which I think is his best position. So this was a no-brainer, and I'm very happy with this transfer. Alongside Andy Lyons, we've also got Jay Matete. I showed him on the last episode. I think this is such a great signing. A really good signing for a free. Sorry, it's a free transfer. But look at those stats. Those stats are superb. The mentals are fantastic. The physicals are superb. And the technicals, they can get better. But the important ones, like your tackling, passing, etc., really, really strong. So Jay and Andy Lyons will add a lot to this team, and they are here just in time for the big game. So this is our team going into Manchester United then. Aaron Bott in goal, and that is because, of course, Glenn Morris picked up an injury in the last episode. Andy Lyons will not make his debut after all because he's cup-tied, and I didn't realise. But as you can see, Jay Matete is slotting straight into centre midfield. We're going to see what he's all about. The front 4, they've caused a lot of damage in previous games. I'm hoping they can rediscover the form at the start of the season. But listen, this is a huge chance for us to go and do the impossible. I'm not going to change the tactics. The only thing I might change, actually now I say it, is I want the lads to get more stuck in. So out of possession, I want them to get stuck in. I want them to make this hell for Manchester United. It's already been done once by Grimsby in real life. Can a League 2 knock them out in the FA Cup? They're sat 3rd in the Premier League, so they're doing quite well in the game. I'm not expecting this to be easy, but I'm hoping that we can just do the impossible. Now, United have made a few changes. They've gone for Bayandir in goal. They've brought in Jaden Camerson in terms of young players. Tyler Fletcher as well. I think Tyler Fletcher is actually the son of Darren Fletcher, which is an interesting one. But look at the quality up front. Ahmad, Cunha, Sesko. These guys have really, really gone for this in the grand scheme of things. So this is not going to be easy. Hutton on the ball. Plays it forward to Bradley Datt, but will lose out to Harry Maguire. I'll be honest, they've been all over us so far. Maguire drives up the pitch. Hutton, not strong enough in the tackle. Maguire is still going. Back to Cunha, Sesko, Fletcher, off the post. And we've been very fortunate there to not go 1-0 down. Harry Maguire has just ran through the whole team like they're not even there. But let's just contain, lads. Let's contain. As you can see, it is all Manchester United. United coming forward again. Malcolm wins it back. Can he find a man in blue? Finds Masterson. Smith, here we go. Let's get a bit of possession here, lads. We've really struggled for that. Smith's tried to play a ball through. It's not quite worked. We tried to win it back, but here's Camoson. Never really heard of him. Aaron Bott gathers it safely. Yeah, I think we're going to really struggle to play through this press here. I might have to tweak that at half-time. Half-time, and it is 0-0, but look at the stats. It is all Manchester United here. So I'm thinking to maybe tweak something. I'm not too sure here. I'm not too sure. So what to go for? Well, first of all, let's look at the tactics. I'm thinking the best thing to do, we're pressing them. It's clearly working to a degree. I just think in terms of the way that we build up, we might have to change it slightly. So what I'm going to go for is being more expressive. I want the team to just, we need that bit of magic, something that they're not expecting. And I think in terms of the build-up side of things, instead of playing through the press, I think we're going to bypass the press. Really interested to see how the tactical tweaks can help us here. I mean, we're already having more shots in the second half, so let's see if it creates any big chances. Harry Amass here for Manchester United. Martinez, nice tiki-taka, back to Martinez. Their centre-backs just running free. Off the post, again, they've hit the post there. Sesko keeps it alive. They've been very close. They have been very close. On another day, we'd have gone 1-0 down. But at the moment, we've got something to hold on to. I may have spoken too soon. Here's Ahmad. Playing the ball around nicely. I might have a look at Fletcher. He seems to be a very decent player in there for them. Lenny Yoro. Camerson tackled by Reece Johnson, but we just can't seem to get it. Ball over the top for Cunha. This should be 1-0 surely. Aaron Bott with a good save. A man who is really trying to build his future here. Glenn Morris is out injured. That's what I need to see. We've got the ball. Here's Coleman. Come on, lads. Don't get it turned over really easily. Masterson. Over to Andy Smith. Driving forward. Finds Johnny Smith. Johnny Smith on the ball to Bradley Dack. Over back to Reece Johnson. Ball through to Bradley Dack. Gets the ball in. Josh Andrews makes it 1-0 against Manchester United. Oh my goodness. We've had nothing. We've not been in the game. But all of a sudden, Gillingham are 1-0 up. Unbelievable. Reece Johnson. What a ball that is. And when Bradley Dack had it here, I just thought, get it in the mixer. And Josh Andrews is there to smash it home. And now we are 1-0 up. Oh my word, what a huge moment in this game. I'm sort of reluctant to change it now. I'm not really sure what to do. We've been much better in the second half, but I do feel as though we might have to tweak things towards the end of the game. Bradley Dack on the ball finds Josh Andrews. Maybe we're going to go and get one more. Reece Johnson driving forward. Johnson got no one around him and he's played the ball and we've lost it and now United will counter. Ahmad driving forward. Matete already on a yellow. Don't get sent off. Ahmad drives forward. It's a penalty. McKenzie, he's given 2 penalties away in 2 games. I've brought him on to shore it up and he's absolutely killed us. Oh my word. Back to back for McKenzie in terms of penalties given away. Simply not good enough. Not good enough. Absolutely killed us. Sesko scores. All of that hard work completely gone now because McKenzie can't control his discipline. Back-to-back games, he was the one that gave it away against Notts County. So frustrating, letting his team down, and you best believe I'm going to be letting him know as well. Well, we're certainly not going to change things now. Now the lead is gone. Oh, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Here's Omar on the corner. Can we try and get something from this? What's Omar's delivery like? We've made some subs. Armani Little and Sarcevic have come on. Omar's taking his time. Does whip it in. Andy Smith! Oh, I tell you what. Big Andy Smith has just nearly put us back in the lead. 1-1 still. Look, it's still a great effort. Oh, okay. Malacia on the ball for Man United. Can we get it off him? No, we can't. Cunha. He'll give it away to Reece Johnson. Here's Omar, on loan from Villa. Arrival in the Premier League. Can he just... He hasn't really had many big moments for us. He hasn't had many big moments for us. I tell you what, that was a good run, but what an awful shot. What an awful shot that was, Omar. God, we've been much better in this second half, just getting through those presses. I feel like the tactics have definitely worked. 7 minutes to hold on. It ought to go and steal a winner. It looks like there won't be a highlight. Oh my word, there is. Omar on the ball. Armani Little, back to Omar. 96.5 minutes played. Omar in the box. It's Omar. Oh my word, we've hit the post. We've hit the post in the 96th minute. Highlight still plays on. 97:15 played. I can't believe we've just hit the post. That is heartbreaking. Oh my word, I can't believe that. Omar did so well, and he hit the post. I thought it was just going to be one of those highlights that nothing happens. Oh, that is absolute pain. But what a second half from the boys. Keep it up, lads. Keep it up. I can't believe we've just hit the post. I can't believe in the 96th minute we've hit the post. Omar has made such a difference coming on. Half time of extra time. What am I wearing? Sorry, I know this is a serious moment, but what am I wearing? I need to change that. Second half of extra time, looking for a winner or even just to hold on and take it to penalties. League 2 Gillingham against Premier League giants Manchester United, and we've taken them to the 115th minute. I'm proud of this effort nonetheless. I was hoping it would go to penalties. Here's Malcolm. Got to look after the ball. Sam Gale up against Malacia. He's League 2 level anyway. Do him, Sam. Ball comes in from Gale. Over to Omar. Tense times, 3 minutes left. Ball in. Mackenzie was up there. Gale wins it back. It's Armani Little. It's got in. Come on. Armani Little makes it 2-1 with 2 minutes of extra time to play. We're making changes now. Oh my word. Gillingham are about to do the impossible. Ball comes in here. Mackenzie just lays it off. It takes a deflection. Bayandir can't get there. And Gillingham are 2-1 up in the FA Cup third round against Manchester United. Unbelievable. We've just got to hold on. We've just got to hold on. We're going to do it, aren't we? Surely. Come on. Gillingham. 2-1 winners. I tell you what, the tactics switch at halftime, not to give myself credit, but it absolutely worked a treat. We were struggling to break through the press. We tweaked it, we changed it, and the lads went out there and delivered an unbelievable performance. What a win that is. That is unbelievable. That was special. Nobody gave us a chance. Yeah, do you know what? They didn't give us a chance. What a win that is. Can you believe it? Wow, wow. Can you believe that? God, my... Does it not show up yet? Don't panic me here, Football Manager. Don't panic me. Yes, there we go. Third round winners against Manchester United. You can't write this. The script is set. How far can we go? That is the question. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What a result. I'm genuinely, absolutely delighted with that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play through the remaining games in January. We'll jump back in at deadline day. I'll show you who I've signed, how the results have gone, where we sit in the league, and of course, who we get drawn against in the FA Cup fourth round. So, lads, I will see you at the end of January. All right then, lads, we are back and it is the 2nd of February. It is deadline day currently. So we have made some signings. Of course, already we signed Andy Lyons from Blackpool and we also signed Jay Matete as a free agent, but previously he, of course, was at Sunderland. Since then, we have signed Armando Dobra, and he is absolutely superb. Really like a lot of his stats. A player that I just wanted to get in. We signed him for 400k, 200 now, 200 across 3 years. So I think in the long run, it will be a good deal. And as you can see, 3 games, 1 goal, 2 assists. So he is by far our best sign in this transfer window throughout the whole 2 windows as well. Reece Johnson, of course, you know how much I like Reece Johnson. But for me, I really like Dobra. Someone I wanted from the start of the season, and I've got him now. We've also signed another striker. We've signed Ibrahim Koka. We'll call him Ibrahim. So Ibrahim has come in. A lot of stats to like. Now, I looked at Patrick Bamford, 32 years of age, and stats-wise, Ibrahim just knocked him out the park. So we've gone for him. We paid 50k for him. So for me personally, with those stats, it's a very good deal because he'll go into our squad should we get promoted in League One, be a squad player, and just offer us a lot in that sense there. So very happy there. Now, in terms of who's left the club, of course, Aaron Rowe has gone to Burton, just couldn't fit him in. Sam Vokes has already left as well. So as far as the window goes, it's not been too bad. And the total for this season, nearly 700k spent, 325 back in. I'll take that. As I say, I wanted to spend some cash in January, and we've certainly done that. So let's have a look at the fixtures then. Now, as I said to you, I would go through all of the games in January, and I have. And obviously, of course, we're on a massive high after losing to Notts County, beating our rival Swindon, losing to County, and then, of course, this famous win against Manchester United. So, following on from that, we then beat Newport 5-0, absolutely battered them as well. Domination in terms of the stats and on the score sheet. Bradley Dack with a first half hat-trick, really good performance from him. And at this point here, I was getting excited again. It felt as though we were back. The team that I'd absolutely fallen in love with at this part of the season were back and at their best. But unfortunately, that then didn't continue. So we picked up a draw against MK Dons, where this was a frustrating one. We should have won the game, conceded in the 92nd minute, which was just so frustrating overall because, as I say, we really should have won the game there for me. We then played Harrogate and had a 2-2 draw. This one was a bit different because we actually went 2-0 down. We then came back. Matete did get sent off at the end of the game. It is what it is. But dominated the stats, pulled it back, nearly got a winner as well. So I will take that. Don't hate that result as much as the MK Dons game because I felt as though we threw that away, whereas the Harrogate game, we came back from behind. But then we picked up a 2-0 win against Cheltenham, and Seb Palmer Holden and Malcolm with the goals. Now, the squad, and I'll just get onto the squad in a minute, but we're at a very interesting point where there's a lot of competition for places. As you can see, Omar was in this game and Omar did get a start. So it's a very difficult time for me as a manager to try and choose the best players for the job. And you'll sort of see that because across, let me just get to it here, across these sort of games here, so from Newport all the way down to Bromley, and I'll get to this game in a minute, but all the way down to Bromley, there's been a bit of a mix. So we've had, for example, Dobra play on the left, and then Omar play on the left, and then up front we've had Andrews, we've had Palmer Holden, we've had our new guy, Ibrahim. So there's been lots of chopping and changing, and I'm trying to really nail down that starting 11. So we did then play against Bromley, as I say. Look at those stats. It actually pains me to look at it. An own goal is what they scored, and we should have won that game. Absolute travesty that we didn't go and win that game. So that is where we are as of right now. Now, you may have already seen we've been drawn against Bristol Rovers in the next round of the FA Cup. This is a huge chance for Gillingham, or Bristol Rovers to be fair, but Gillingham to reach round number 5 of the FA Cup. That's one off the quarterfinals. So we've already beat Bristol Rovers 2-1 this season. This is a game we simply have to win. There is no ifs, no buts. We've got to win this game. We have simply got to win this game. Win this game, and wow, we are in a superb position. But these are, can I just say, I hate how they don't do the cup draw anymore. I think that's really, why take the feature out, Football Manager? Because, when you're in the Premier League and you're getting drawn all these games, you don't really care. You could get anyone, or even if, for example, if you look here, Arsenal versus Manchester City, the second bottom game. If I'm the Arsenal manager, Man City, that's annoying. I'm happy to have that in an email. When you're Gillingham in League 2, you want the suspense of the draw. I mean, even if you're in League One, Championship, you want the suspense of the draw. So Football Manager, why they removed that, I don't know. But we were drawn to Bristol Rovers and we have a chance to do something crazy. I'm just going to double check. And now this, you might see a cut here because I don't know how to find all of these things, but I want to check to see if we've actually ever won. Here we go, club history. If we've ever won the FA Cup. And judging off this, I'm going to say we haven't. But again, it used to be so simple. Why did you change it all, Football Manager? But anyway, so the highest ever finish was 11th in the Sky Bet Champions. Yeah, so I don't know how accurate that is, but ultimately we have got a huge chance. So let me just quickly jump onto the squad as I said I would. So in terms of where we are, Aaron Bott has held down the position of goalkeeper. I was interested at maybe getting another goalkeeper in, but his training performances, for me personally, he just makes a lot of sense for us to be in goal right now. Glenn Morris in his 40s got injured. Aaron Bott has come in, and in all fairness to him, he's taken the opportunity. So I'm very happy to see him do that after the previous episode where he just, God knows what happened to him there. But then we've got Hutton. We've also got, of course, Andy Lyons, who has just been injured, but he, very good there. Right back, left back is exactly the same with Reece Johnson, and we didn't end up selling Max Clark. He will go on a free at the end of the transfer window, at the end of the season, sorry. Again, I think Clark's more than good enough for cover. Andy Smith, Sam Gale. Sam Gale just still can't quite get into the side, but he will definitely have his time. Andy Smith, of course, we've got Masterson and Ogie. Defensive midfield, of course, we've got Coleman, who seems to have really nailed this position down now, the sort of more defensive one. Armani Little, after scoring that goal as well, I mean, he deserves a definite shout to stay in the team, so I didn't end up selling him. But then, of course, we've got new signing Matete, who will be the starter when he's back from his suspension. And then we've got Ewan Williams, who can also slot in there, and Nelson unregistered him. No one wanted to buy him. But then in terms of the winger department, we've got Malcolm and Johnny Smith. We've got Omar and Dobra. And we've also got Gareth McCleary as emergency cover. I know he had such a good start to the season, but unfortunately, after his injury, he was never quite the same. So McCleary will be leaving at the end of the window. But, it was always inevitable. He was going to slow down. 100% he was going to slow down. So that's one of those ones there. And then Sarcevic in at cam. Bradley Dack also in at cam. Nearly went and got another cam towards the end of the window, but decided against it. So those two give us great cover there. And then, of course, we've got Seb Palmer-Holden, Josh Andrews, who has scored so many goals this season. And we've also got Ibrahim Kocher. So the squad is in a good position. And we are, we're ever hopeful that we're going to go on and we're going to get promotion from League Two. The table is a lot closer than it was when I last saw you. It is 3 points level games between us and Salford. Look at, fourth place, which is what realistically would be the worst case scenario, and that's 53 points. So we should get automatically promoted, but we want the title, and we also want to go far in the FA Cup. So, as I say, I've just jumped in for this brief moment here. During this episode, we will go through all of these games and get February completed. But the next time you'll see me is for this huge FA Cup 4th round against Bristol Rovers. So lads, we are back. It is the FA Cup 4th round game against Bristol Rovers. What a chance it is for us to try and get to the FA Cup 5th round. In terms of team selection, Dobra is cup tied, Andy Lyons is cup tied, Hutton is suspended, and Mackenzie is injured. So we are left with the squad that we are left with. I'm actually just going to put Kocher on the bench there as well. So this is a game we simply have to win. If you'd have told me that we would be going into the FA Cup 4th round as favourites, I'd have been astonished. But here we are. We have to win this game. What a chance for either of these two sides to go ahead. Let's make sure it is us that get the job done. Cleared up from Young. We will get the second ball flicked on. Lovely. Sarcevic, who was an injury doubt, but is fit for this game. Back to Masterson. Masterson over to Sam Gale, who's going to have to do a job for us at right back once again. Malcolm's been on some great form lately. It's Malcolm. Doesn't quite get the finish right, but it's a good start to the game. Good start to the game. 4 minutes in, looking threatening. Here's Matete up to Keder. Malcolm on the ball, plays it to Sam Gale. Gale's ball in, Palmer Holden's up there. Can't quite get it. Matete will get it back. Look after it. Andy Smith here. He's had such a good season for us, by the way. Coleman up to Omar, who's had a go from distance and he's hit the bar. Omar in the FA Cup. This guy loves a cup game, this man. But that's a great effort from him. And again, we're unlucky here. Glad that we're the ones creating the main chances, though. Just want to get that goal ahead. Just want to get that goal ahead. Don't want to go behind. Young's played it straight up. Cavan's through on goal here. Smith makes him go wide, and Aaron Bott, I tell you what, he had a very poor start to his life for us, but that is such a big save. What a second half of the season. Pure redemption from him. Corner to Bristol Rovers. This looks dangerous. Don't like this. Whipped in to that back post. And the referee's given a penalty. I was waiting for it. How many penalties are we going to give away? Omar Keder, who loves a cup game, has given it away. Aaron Bott in goal. Come on, Aaron. Cavan steps up. Cavan scores, and we're 1-0 down. We're 1-0 down. I'm going to go to positive. That's so frustrating. You know, the amount of penalties in big games that we've given away, there's a clear lack of discipline, lack of composure from the lads at times. But listen, we're not out of this game. We've got to find it now. We've got to try and turn this around. It's the hope that kills you. I thought we were going to win this game. There's, of course, still time as we win the second ball, but Bristol Rovers pick it up again. Omar picks it up now, though. Wins it back. Matete. Over to Reece Johnson. Johnson coming forward. Reece Johnson. Omar. It's gone in. I wanted to check before it was given offside. And we are back on level terms with Bristol Rovers. Omar Keder gave him the nod ahead of Johnny Smith. And this is why. In the FA Cup and just in recent games, he looked really lively. A player that's definitely proving worth it in terms of the loan. Big moment in the FA Cup tie this. Big moment. I've gone back to positive. And we will now just see how this goes. But ultimately, we've been the better side. We've got what we deserved, and that is a goal. Just about to make some changes as well. Whipped in. Got to deal with it, lads. Aaron Bott comes a long way. Aaron Bott gets nowhere near it. Oh, my word. He's such a frustrating goalkeeper because he has these moments where he makes these unbelievable saves, but what is he doing here? First of all, Moore shouldn't be as marked as that. But do you know what? It's really poor goalkeeping. It just is. It really is. And I will make changes now. And I tell you now, they've not been bad, but we have gifted them 2 goals. Gifted them. Bristol Rovers pick the ball up again. How many times have I said that today? Can we get it back, though? We can. Sam Gale finds Matete. Loses the ball again. Matete, what's he done? Do you know what? Like, just a really poor effort, that is. Really poor effort from him. Right, lads, there is 10 or so minutes left to go, and I'm going to throw the kitchen sink here. I've completely changed the tactics. In possession, we're a back 3 with Reece Johnson bombing forward, and out of possession, do you know what? I'm even going to change these from fullback. You know, I want them to be pressing fullbacks. I need them to just really cause a lot of issues. I'll leave Sam Gale as it is. Confirm the changes. Can we do something here? Can we rescue something in the last few minutes? Reece Johnson on the ball, 92nd minute. Over to Omar. Omar forward to Bradley Dack. Back to Kocha. Ibrahim. Playing the ball around. It's Ibrahim, the new signing. Ibrahim, can he find someone in the box? Finds Little again. Oh, pain. Ball back in. Is the move dead? Amani Little. Sam Gale to the back post. And it's gone out for a goal kick. That was the chance. That was the chance. And we've blown it. And that is game. And that is game. I'll tell you now, massively disappointing. So disappointing. And I'm far from pleased from it. And I tell you now, Aaron Bott made a couple of good saves, but unacceptable. And it's another penalty given away. And these penalties are costing us. They nearly cost us against Man United. And unfortunately, we find ourselves out of the FA Cup. And yeah, I can't hide my frustration there. It's just disappointing. What a chance we had. You know, Bristol Rovers, a team we've already beat. Well, I mean, you know, where are Bristol Rovers in the league? I mean, they can't be too high up. I didn't actually check this, but ultimately, we've lost to a side that are in 16th place in League Two. And the Man United game, as far as I'm concerned, it may as well have not happened now. And that's the disappointment there. So out of the FA Cup, and yeah, needing to just make sure we focus on the league now and try and move forward. So I will see you guys at the end of February. All right, lads, we are back. We have finished February now. And of course, when I last left you, Bristol Rovers 2, Gillingham 1. We gifted them 2 goals as well and lost the game. So a very disappointing time last time out. And do you know what? It's taught me a lot about the squad. Now I've sort of I've had a few hours to cool down. It's taught me a lot about the squad. And simply for me, the squad, this is a long project. And there's going to be huge games that come up that we simply have to win. And if we don't win those games, then, you know, we're not going to progress. So I need to weed out the players that aren't going to be the sort of ones we can rely on in those big games. But ultimately, so disappointing. The FA Cup draw, it was actually Bristol Rovers up against Huddersfield in League One. So a game, again, that I would fancy us in to go through to the quarterfinals. So very disappointing there. But we did then come back against Chesterfield and we picked up a 3-1 win. And Football Manager is going to be Football Manager, and it's not going to let us see. But as you can see, we dominated the possession there, dominated the shots, and that was a good performance to bounce back from. Following on from that game against Chesterfield, then we lost 1-0 to Oldham, and please tell me it will show me the stats for this one. It's not going to show me the match events. Yeah, Football Manager, the game is fantastic, isn't it? But look at the stats, absolutely battered them. They scored in the 90th minute. And it's a bit of a theme I've seen throughout this season. You know, when we have dropped points, when we have looked poor, we seem to give sloppy goals away and we seem to concede in the last minute of the game. So personally, we've got to iron those things out if we do want to move forward. But we did then go and beat Barrow with Matete, Sarcevic and Masterson getting the goals. You're going to show me this one? No. Okay, thank you, Football Manager. So this is where we are. This is where we are in terms of the fixtures remaining. We've got a few huge games still to go. In terms of the title race, I think what we'll do is we will play the game against Salford live, of course, and we'll also see where we are in terms of promotion, but that could actually win us the title. We will also play the game against Swindon in the next episode, and I think I might go straight in against Bristol Rovers and try and get our revenge against them, which is, I think it's going to kill me when we do go on and win that game, that I think we're more than capable of doing. So in terms of League Two and where we are to leave the episode, then of course, we are still top, and there is a bit of a difference there in terms of the points. We are 7 points clear at the top of the table. So listen, we are in a great position. The season has gone very, very well. I think there's just been a couple of little frustrations here and there, but ultimately, this is exactly what I wanted from the lads. I wanted us to do well. And 35 games gone, 7 points clear. I will take that every day of the week. So next episode, as I say, we're going to finish the season in what has been a crazy season with some crazy moments. I cannot wait to see what happens. If you are enjoying the content, please do subscribe. It means so much to me. We are nearly at 500 subscribers, which, do you know what? I'm very, very happy about and very grateful for, so I appreciate that. But lads, as always, I will catch you on the next one.